Hi yogis, welcome to my channel. My name is Kassandra and today we're doing a super slow flow for intuition. I have a few super slow flows and moving into honey yoga classes here on my channel, and they're classes that I really truly love, and a lot of you have been requesting that I do more of these. So super slow flow is a vinyasa flow yoga practice, but it is really slowed down. So the reason that I like to sometimes do these classes where I really slow things down is not necessarily to make it easier, because it's actually quite challenging to move very slowly. I like to do it because it's a great way to increase your overall strength as well as flexibility. I found for myself that when I do vinyasa flow and power yoga classes, because we're usually doing poses only one breath per movement, yes, it's going to make you stronger and it's a great physical workout. However, sometimes we end up kind of just using momentum and swinging our bodies in and out of poses. So when you slow things down fully, you're able to tap into muscles and muscle groups that we don't normally rely on and use that much in yoga. So it's a great way to strengthen those parts of your body that might be a little bit weaker. So physically, this is going to be a full body flow with a lot of great juicy hip openers. And this is a practice to get you in touch with your intuition. And again, I found that I can only really listen to that little voice inside of me if I go slowly and I kind of find an inner sense of silence and stillness. So we are going to need 2 blocks for today's practice, and we're going to start in a seated meditation. So sit any way that is comfortable to you. Lengthen your spine, drop your shoulders down and away from your ears, and close your eyes. Take a few cleansing breaths. And because this is a practice for intuition and guidance, I want you to think of a question you want an answer to. So what is something that's been on your mind, that you've been struggling with, that feels cloudy and confusing? Something you're unsure of. And you'll hold that question in your mind as we flow very slowly, and just see what comes up. And opening the eyes, let's move into some really nice side bends. So you can bring your right hand out to the side, reach your left arm all the way up, and then move into a side bend. And then over to the other side, slow, steady breaths. Once more. And then into a twist, left hand over your right knee. Twist to the other side. Once more on each side. Back to our side bend, same thing. Twice on each side, and then 2 twists on each side. You might want to close your eyes, making this intuitive movement into your twist. Once more each side. Keep your left foot as it is and extend your right leg out to the side. As you inhale, bring your left palm back behind you. Reach your right arm up and over. Push into the hips, lift them up. And then exhale, set your hips down and move into a forward fold over towards your right knee. So we'll do that twice more. Big breath in, slowly lifting up, baby wild thing. Big exhale into that forward fold. So like you're moving through honey, as if there's resistance against your movements. So you're not just swinging your body back and forth, but really feeling and engaging along the way. Let's take one more. Lifting on up. Bend your right knee. Bring your right shin in front of the left one. Walk your hands forward and fold. 3 breaths here. Keep that question clear in your mind's eye. And rolling up. Extend your left leg out to the side. Right foot in. Right hand behind you. Inhale, baby wild thing. Big breath in here. Exhale, hips go down. Fold to your left knee. Twice more. One more with resistance. Rolling up. Bring your left shin in front of your right and fold forward. 3 breaths. Coming on up. Let's make our way into our first downward facing dog. Palms are shoulder width distance apart. Feet are hip width distance apart. So another key part of super slow flows is noticing how much we tend to fidget, either when we're in poses or when we're transitioning in and out of them. Try to find some stillness. Now, as if someone was pushing onto your right leg, reach your right leg all the way up, but go really, really slowly. And you're gonna bend your right knee and open up your hip. 3-legged dog. We'll be coming into our lizard pose, or some people call it gecko or dragon. So we'll be stepping the right foot forward to the outer edge of the right hand, but see if you can count to 10 to get it there. So very slowly. And this is why super slow flows are challenging. Go as slowly as you can before stepping it there. Palms are to the inside of that right leg. You're gonna crawl your fingertips forward in front of you and fold. Bring the fingertips back in. Skandasana. Slowly roll and pivot. So you're onto that left heel, bending into the right knee. And we'll switch sides, no rushing, feel every motion. All the way back. And facing to the top of the mat, let's slowly make our way into our standing split. So gently pushing off and lifting it up, folding it in. Malasana yogi squats. Super gently, heels in, toes out. Drop the hips, hands at the heart, lift up through your chest. So connecting to the earth and bringing the thumbs to the heart. When you think about that question, what does your gut tell you? When you remove all distractions, bring your left arm out to the side, reach your right arm up, open through the chest. And switch sides, right arm out, open that left wing. Release the left hand down, roll all the way up, super slow. Feet parallel to the longer edges of the mat, inch by inch, as you push into the heels to come back up. So we'll take our vinyasa. Probably said the word slow a million times already. I'll try to think of a different word, but don't rush. Inhale, moving through honey. Really stretching out the breath. Exhale. Halfway lift. Gently find your plank pose. And now really lower your chaturanga for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, cobra. Downward facing dog. Find stillness in your downward dog. With resistance in that left leg, lift it up. Bend the knee, open your hip. And we're coming to that gecko pose on the other side. Try to count up to 10 before letting that left foot touch the floor. Continue to breathe. Once you make your way into gecko, reach your fingertips forward and fold. Walk your palms in Skandasana. So pivot onto your right heel. Left knee is bent, right leg is straight. Drop the hips. Slowly switch sides. Walk your hands over to the back of your mat as you bend into that right knee. Skandasana to the left. Pivot forward. Standing splits without kicking the leg. Just lifting it up with control and folding in. Just as slowly as you lifted it up, you want to drop it down for your malasana. Heels in, toes out. Hands at the heart. Checking in to see what it is that you need. Right hand goes out to the right, left arm opens. Switching sides. Left fingertips down, right arm up. And we release, rolling all the way up. Try to feel every single vertebrae along the way as we make our way up to stand into Tadasana, mountain pose. Drawing the shoulders down and away from the ears. Taking your slow flow. Lifting halfway. And you can skip your vinyasa if you'd like and go to down dog. Otherwise, you find your plank and you lower down chaturanga all the way to the floor for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Point the toes back. Cobra. Release. Downward facing dog. Slowly step your feet up. Take tiny, tiny, tiny little steps to come to the top of the mat. So just see how far you can actually get your feet towards those flat palms before you have to bend your knees. And then bend the knees a lot, rolling up inch by inch. Making our way into goddess pose. You can step the feet wide on your mat. You want your heels in, toes out. Big deep breath as you circle the arms all the way up. Palms come together. Exhale, ground it down, bend the knees, hands at the heart. 2 more. Circle wide with your breath. And just bring your hands onto the thighs. Drop your right shoulder down. Left draws back. Switching sides. Left shoulder down, right shoulder back. Coming back to center, straighten your legs, interlace your fingers behind your lower back. Bring your feet parallel to the shorter edges of the mat. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Reach the knuckles up and over. So I'm giving you guys the option. You can either stay in this wide-legged fold. Those of you who would like to make your way into headstand very slowly, either tripod headstand with your palms flat on the ground or interlacing for your supported headstand, whichever one you'd like. Crown of the head comes down to the mat and floating up, nice and slow with control. Engage the muscles along the way. And we come out just as slowly. From our wide-legged fold, let's all bring our hands to our hips. Push the feet into the floor, lift on up. And turn your right toes to point forward to the top of the mat. Bend into your right knee, warrior 2. Reverse by bringing your left fingertips forward, right fingertips back. Extended side angle, flip the arms, moving in honey, nice and slow. Back to warrior two. Straighten your right leg, triangle pose. Let's reach the left fingertips to the top of the mat, so lengthening through the side body. Top arm lifts up, come back up, and turn to the other side, warrior two, to the back of the mat. Left toes pointing forward. Sink down a little more, find some stillness. And you reverse, right fingertips move to the front of your mat. Left arm goes up and over. Transitioning to your extended side angle, feeling the obliques as you do this. Warrior two. Straighten that front leg, triangle pose. And from triangle, bring the right fingertips to reaching to the back of the mat, so bicep is along the ear. Bring the right arm back up, let it lift you up, and looking to the top of the mat, very slowly step up. Hands at the heart, feet are hip-width distance apart, close your eyes. So finding the foundation through your feet, let all of your weight go forward into the balls of the feet, keeping your eyes closed. And then over to the right, back into the heels, over to the left, and then find the true center between those four corners. The slowest vinyasa you've ever taken. Big breath. Folding down on the exhale. Halfway lift. Plank pose. Chaturanga. This time we're gonna hover halfway so we can take our upward dog instead of our cobra. And take a minute here, not a full minute, but just a moment. In your upward dog, draw the shoulders back, lift through the heart. And very slowly coming to down dog, so not rushing. This is one of the transitions we rush a lot. Can you look in towards the navel, push into the tops of the feet, and start to lift the hips up and back as you roll over the toes. Let's reach the right leg up to the sky, bend your right knee, open up your hip. You are welcome to hang out here, or you can make your way into wild thing and see how slowly you can ease your way into that wild thing. So the right foot drops down behind you, right arm reaches up and back. And coming back to center, we're going to be making our way into pigeon pose. Carefully bringing your right knee to your right wrist. Left leg stretches out behind you. So you can either take a regular pigeon pose. I'm going to take twisted pigeon, threading the left arm underneath, dropping the ear to the mat, and then the right hand can go to the low back, or maybe hold on to the heel or the ankle. Come back to this question. So what, if any, insight is coming through? What does your gut tell you? If you're holding onto your heel, you can let that go. Start to push into the palms. And we're making our way back to our downward dog. Again, don't rush it. Feel everything along the way, even those parts that are a little bit uncomfortable and challenging. Second side, left leg rises, nice and slow. Bend the knee, open the hip. Either holding here or transitioning into your wild thing. Engaging the obliques, carefully letting those left toes go back. Left arm reaching up and back. Coming back to where you were. Still moving in that honey into your pigeon pose. Either folding straight down or taking a twist, threading the right arm underneath. Left hand reaches back. And release. You might want to go back into down dog, where we're all going to meet lying down. So you can swing your legs out in front of you. Let's make our way to supported fish. So grabbing a hold of your blocks or your bolster, whatever you have at home. First block supports the upper back. Second block supports the head. And you can bring the soles of your feet together to touch, knees fall apart. So opening the heart as well as the hips. Starting to close down our practice. And bring the knees back up if they were in your butterfly shape. You can tuck the chin to the chest, move the blocks out. Ease your way into Savasana, our final resting pose. Take up some space with the arms and the legs. Close your eyes and let go of your practice. We'll be here for about 2.5 minutes or so. And Savasana is one of the best poses we can do to help cultivate intuition. So as you find stillness here, be open to any insight or any gut feelings that have to do with the question you asked yourself at the beginning of practice. So whatever it is that you want clarity on, you might find it in this stillness. Deepen your breath. Move through the fingers and toes. And even without rushing the transition out of Shavasana, take a big stretch, as if you were just waking up in the morning. And you can roll to one side, coming up. Take a seat and close your eyes. Bring your palms together at the front of the heart. And we'll close this practice with a chant of Om one time. Inhaling to chant, big breath in. Bowing forward, namaste. Thank you so much, yogis, for doing this super slow flow practice with me. I really do hope that you enjoyed it. I would love for you to leave me a comment in the comment section and just let me know what came up for you. What did you think about this style of practice? Because we were working with the theme of intuition, if anything came up for you, if you received any insight or got any clarity or anything like that, I would really recommend that you write it down in your journal or just on pen and paper before it slips away from you. If you don't already, please do subscribe to my channel. I put out new full-length classes every single Thursday. Thank you again, and I hope to practice with you soon.